Hi. Oh, there's a new feature. What's happening? Top fans. What is this? Hi, Immune Cookie. What's top fans? I missed you too. Like only you. The rest, I don't know. But you? Hi, Jason. Hi, guys. Literally, I thought I've been away and I thought like, oh, maybe I can even go live like where I was at, and no. When you're on vacation, you have vacation brain. Or at least I do. It was so good though. It was so good for me. Hi, Enrico. I'm good. Yeah, it's only been 2 weeks. I feel like it's been a lifetime. I always feel that. Hi, Andres. What's been going on with you guys? Just adding some color. Am I on social media? I'd like to do more TikTok. I don't like Instagram because I just really don't like it. I go on there. I think of social media like venues, like rooms, like clubs or something, and I go into Instagram and I'm like, I want to leave, thanks, bye. It has to do partly with the fact that like everything's an ad. It's just really not, it's not a good vibe. Like if I went into a room and every other person was trying to sell me something, I would probably leave that room, right? Hi, Stella, how are you? I was thinking about you. There. Should I do more? Should I just like just tomato face? Hi, Jonathan, thanks. Yeah, does that do something? Hey, Juggalo, what's up? Be cool, girl, you rock. Thanks. Thanks, Juggalo. You rock too. Thanks, Enrico. Yo, what is this top fans feature? Tell me. You are my number one. I've got a lot of number ones. 2 months till you graduate from college. That's so exciting. What are you gonna do? Like, to celebrate, and also like, do you know what you're gonna do after? One thing that has happened, guys. Got a puppy. I got a puppy. Oh my god. I was so stressed out before we got him. Because I was like, this is gonna be a commitment. But he's the cutest little bear. He's the cutest little bear. And he's a schnug. And his name is Theo. You're gonna surprise your mom with your degree and film it? That's really great. Oh, I'm proud of you. She's probably so crazy proud of you. What kind of puppy? So he's a schnug, which is like a schnauzer pug mix. He's super fluffy. He literally looks like a little bear, so I call him Little Bear sometimes. He loves to bite. I didn't know puppies love to bite so much. And we're really trying to train him. But he's so smart. I'm like, let's get you. Are you guys good at training dogs? I'm like, let's get you like the best little. I don't know. I want him to be like so well behaved, like a little gentleman. I want a little gentleman collar. That's funny. I should add a tag on his collar like that. That's funny. A little gentleman collar. Okay, sorry. I'm very taken with that. Am I currently active on TikTok? Yo, like I'm there. I've been trying to not be on social media so much. Like if it doesn't feel good, I'm like, no, we're not doing this. I post once in a while. One day I will post more consistently. I'm kind of just like posting for the fun of it though, not for series. So Fatal, what's up? Oh, also, I will have a mod for these lives. He just couldn't be here today. So, Mario, what's up? Hi, I remember you. Gift. Hey, thanks. I know it's a mess, but I kind of like curated chaos, you know? A Superman dog? I feel like you would be you are good with dogs, aren't you? Yeah, but I understand if you don't have time. But you're good with dogs, aren't you? I feel like every man needs to pass like the dog test. If you're not good with dogs, just be good with dogs. Even if you're a cat person, just be good with dogs, I would just say. Girls should too. Like, let's just all be good with dogs. Yo, Private. How are you doing? You're a collie? Yeah. Did I enjoy my traveling? I did. It was kind of, I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of profound. Which I was hoping for. And it happened. Yeah. Really put some things into perspective. You saw Superman twice over the weekend. Whoa, you guys like, okay, how is it? I actually, it's good. It's good. Are we Superman people in this chat? That's so true. No such thing as a bad dog. Hey, Coney, thank you. Yo, I like Superman. I think I've talked about this. That like, like I know everyone likes Batman. Does anyone like Spider-Man? Like we like Spider-Man, but do we really like aspire to be Spider-Man? No. Everyone likes Batman, but like, yo, why do you have to be like dark and twisty? Superman forever. He's your third favorite? Who are your favorites? Is good? Is good? You can fly too. Yeah, like he can fly. He can fly, he's not human. He doesn't have to be dark and twisty. Like what he's like Doctor Who. He's like the only non-human. How lonely. I was just thinking of Christopher Reeve, and I was thinking about like how crazy his life is. Like the irony of his life is just so perfect and beautiful, actually. You hate his rule? His rule? What do you mean? Who's my favorite doctor? Yo, Vicky, hi. Okay. Who's my favorite doctor? I mean, David Tennant is like David Tennant, but I do think I like Matt Smith better because that was the first doctor I was introduced to. I think that's his name, right? He's in The Crown. He's just he's so affable. He's so affable. Is that affable? He's so like. I get it. Batman is dark and twisty, but yo, so did Harry Potter. Which I guess he's dark. Like, I get it. No, like, no shade on Batman. No shade on him. I just think it's interesting, like, the characters that we align ourselves to as people. And, like, if you're someone, like, pay attention to who you're like, yeah, that's me, like, who you resonate with. Because, like, look, if you enjoy being dark and twisty, amazing. But if it's, like, causing some problems for you, you don't have to be. Is the face of Doctor. You're a dark person? That's what I mean. I understand it, okay? I used to think I was a dark person. Sometimes I still do. I'm like, I get it. It's cool. It's cool to be dark. I get it. Yo, Mackenzie. Hi, Martin. I'm just so excited to see y'all. How's the show been going? Wait, what Shakespeare show are you working on? It's not The Tempest, is it? You were stage managing? You make lip gloss to sell. Tell me more. I'm the polar opposite of dark. Yo, you don't know me. Don't put me in a box. I'm not dark on here because that would be weird. If I came on, how do you even do a live like that? I guess some people do. Yeah, 2 weeks back. How did it go? Congratulations. Stage managing is hard work. You have to be like mother hen for a bunch of like really neurotic people. So good on you. Yeah, he is a better influence. Be careful who you like. Pick your heroes wisely is all I'm trying to say. I love that. I really do love that. Like Matthew McConaughey's speech, actually. How can you not? If you know what I'm talking about, you know. I was doing the master beat. Yo, Mackenzie, thank you. This ethereal light energy. Okay, I'll take it. Thank you. Thanks. Thanks, Mackenzie. Love you too. Hi, Matthew. Message retracted. Okay. Y'all, is there anything you would like me to talk about before I launch in? Is there anything going on in your lives? Or just anything? Yo, Ross, bud. Where can you get the Superman outfit? You're asking me? Well, at your local Lycra store. I would just walk into a Lulu and pick out the colors. That's what I would do. If you want the cape, like maybe a little like mini cape. The cape, I don't know. Cape must like tug on things. Yo, why does he need a cape? He doesn't need a cape. What's with the cape? Does it make him more aerodynamic? Why a cape? I never thought about that. Why does he have a cape? I'm really bothered by this now. Just so we can like, does it do something? It's just for flair. Like, let's be honest. They care about looking good too. Do I like lip gloss? Yes. I said that weird. I do. I'm a bit addicted to lip gloss actually, and I'm definitely a lip gloss person, not a lipstick. It's been so hot. Brenton, hey. Just recharging your batteries. No capes? Oh, I've never seen The Incredibles. How did I become the voice actor? I auditioned. I auditioned. I've talked about that audition a lot. You can't, I mean, you could, but like, yo, people are gonna be like taking your picture and stuff, you know? You gotta think, you think about those things. One just thinks about those things. Nothing wrong with it. One just thinks about like, do I look good in my cape? Does my cape make me look fat? Or like, but the cape also like broadens the shoulders, right? It's that triangle, you know what I'm talking about? If you don't know what I'm talking about. Apparently, is this true? I want to know. Most of you guys are guys on here. So apparently men look at like waist to hip ratio just like automatically when you're when you're checking out someone of the opposite sex. If you're into someone of the opposite sex, it's waist to hip for the girlies. And then for girls, it's shoulders to hip. So we want that upside down triangle. And the cape, I guess the cape adds to the triangle. Is that what's going on? I know. I haven't seen lots of things. Hi, Alex. Thanks, Jackie. Thanks, Enrico. You do not. All right. Hi, Yasmin. I'm from Canada. Okay. I'm gonna get into like what I wanted to talk to you about today. I have a lot on my mind, and I'm just gonna decide that it's gonna be like super articulate and clear. Yeah. If childbirth is possible. Because that's all we care about. Baby mama? Check. That's all we got. That's all we care about. The next generation. Okay, okay. So again, I like went up to the woods. I was in a cabin for like, I went a few places, but I was in this cabin in the woods. And I was really kind of like hoping for this, like, not like a mystical experience, but like a moment of like pause and reflection where I could be like, oh, oh, wow, okay. Like, what are the false premises that I've been operating under? What's like the kind of like stress induced hamster wheel that I've been going on? And something that like really, really hit me was it was just like, I don't want to put this. Like, where are you living? Where are you residing mentally all the time? Who do you think you are all the time? What do you think your life is? Where are you living? What are you inhabiting moment by moment? And even if it's like, oh, but I'm working towards, like, I think we can really lose ourselves and like lose the plot. And it's not our fault because like society is doing the two of this all the time, where like they'll be like, yes, yes, but like you're a good person and you're working towards. But at the end of the day, it's like, who are you? Where are you living? Where are you coming from? What is real for you? Who do you feel yourself to be right now? Right now? What is right here, right now? And like I really, really saw that I was operating under still like a lot of, well, a lot of like less than not what I would actually choose, and not the ideal. I was working towards it, but I was like kind of suffering for it, kind of like sloughing it through. Um, and what I want to get across is really like your ideal, what you would prefer, or like who you actually like would choose to be, how you would choose your life to go, the person that you would wish to inhabit. That might feel unreasonable from the place where you're at. That might feel unlikely, that might feel unsafe, that might feel dangerous or conceited or childish or stupid or vain or like all the things from the place that you're currently in, right? That's why you're currently there. That's why you're currently here. So that feels like a stretch. But once you're in that thought space, once you're in that state, once you're like living, inhabiting that person, if you were actually that person, if you were actually like, I don't know what if you were actually Superman, flying makes sense to you. Flying comes naturally to you. It would be for someone to be like, oh, you think you can fly? Yeah. That's all it is. Yes. Yes, I happen to be Superman. You can think what you want of that, but that's who I happen to be. And that comes with certain things. That's just how it is. But to someone who isn't identifying as Superman, being all of those things seems unreasonable. But if you're Superman, it's normal, it's natural. It would be stupid for you to fight it. It would be stupid for you to be humble about it. You could be those things, but it would be like, you still are those things. So inhabit that space. And the way you inhabit that space, like I titled this video, It's Just a Thought Away, because literally it's just a thought away. And this was also something that really hit me, is it's like, and I really want to get this across, but it's so trippy sometimes because it's like, literally it's just thoughts. You're inhabiting thoughts. You're inhabiting ideas. You're taking thoughts, perceptions, occurrings as fact. That's what you're taking as fact. And you might not see it that way, but it's actually the thought of the thing that you're responding to, not the thing. It's your agreement to the thought. And it's just a thought away. So look at the circumstances of your life, or look at like who you believe yourself to be. and recognize that you just have thoughts about yourself. And I like to think of them actually as like objects. I don't know, but this is how my brain works and this is what helps me, is like imagine thoughts as objects that you're just like they're like books on your bookshelf and you're like, this is reality. And you place these books and they're objects, meaning that you can take them away. You can put new books up on the shelf. They're not reality itself. They're thoughts about reality that then makes reality. Is that clocking to you? Okay. Meaning like the thought like either or, both sides of the coin. Like, I'm really successful. That's just a thought. I'm just thinking I'm really successful. It's also just a thought. I'm really unsuccessful. It's just a thought. It's just a book on the shelf. And once you identify that, like, that's not actually happening. I'm just thinking it. That's what's actually going on. I'm just thinking things and I'm pursuing that as if it's true. I'm behaving in accordance with this book on the shelf. And if I don't like that, I can choose something new. But why it's so important to catch that is it's like, because for so many, it's here. It's like, no, that's all there is. And you don't recognize that it's just a thought. So, I mean, the trippy thing about this is it's like, I just want you to see how like flimsy it actually is. Like, you're just having thoughts. That's all it is. Things are just occurring to you. You're just perceiving things a certain way. You're just literally thinking something about yourself. Do you get that? It's like so flimsy. It's so flimsy. And at the same time, it's everything because it's all you have. You look out into the world and you don't actually have any of it. Do you get that? Like, you only have it in your like interpretation of it, your association to it, your connection to it, the way that you make meaning of it. That's the only way that you can actually have it. You extend yourself to it in some way and you connect dots to what you see. And that's all you have. And that's like what's there all the time. You relating to things. So it's so flimsy, and at the same time, it's the most powerful thing in the world. And when you see that they're just choices, just objects that you can choose that will then guide your behavior, guide your entire existence, you can choose according to what you would prefer. Because if it's the exact same, if it takes the same amount of energy actually to think I am successful and I am unsuccessful, and they're actually the same, then why wouldn't you choose I am successful? Why wouldn't you choose that? Even in the face of anything. Because what are you choosing? Who do you want to be? What is going to like guide the best behavior? What is going to guide like the best life? What is going to make the best life possible, the best experience possible, the most beautiful experience possible? And that's at the basis of everything. Like, you can't have it without that. You can't have a beautiful life. Like, you can't experience it. You can't let it in. You can't have a beautiful life while holding an awareness and a thought, my life sucks. You won't let it in because you're choosing to live in my life sucks. But that's just a thought. Your life doesn't actually, you're just thinking it. And the other thing that I wanted to go into is like, I haven't, like I've said on this channel sometimes, like, just decide, which I know can be like really frustrating. And I think it can fall away, you know, because like you get discouraged by like you perceive different things in the outside world, and you get discouraged. And so like yes, repetition is really important. Just like no matter what, standing firm in something, you're like, no, you know what? This is where I live now. This is how things are now. This is who I am now. This is how things go now. This is my life now. Standing firm, yes, but how do we actually stand firm? And repetition is like you just continue to think, you just continue down that path. And so you force yourself at the beginning, it feels like forcing, like you force yourself to think a certain way. You pick up the object again and again and again and again, and you keep putting it back on the shelf. But I want to say, like, the reason that you have to repeat and the reason that you have to keep putting it back on the shelf is because life doesn't like a vacuum. Your brain doesn't like a vacuum, and it's used to thinking certain ways. It's used to interpreting certain ways. So the reason that you have to put it back on the shelf, typically, like you only have to put it on the shelf once, technically, okay? It's instant. But the reason why you have to keep putting it back is because chances are you keep reverting back to old thoughts. If you can manage not to do that, and that's like fully possible, it's just like you break the thought almost, you break the belief, and you're like, oh, that's obviously not true. And then it's no longer there. But you, I've at least experienced that, like, I can't always just like jump there. So that's why you have to repeat it. That's why you have to stand firm. And like, no matter how many times that old thought, that old like doubtful, scared, limiting, whatever thought keeps wanting to go back, you keep putting the new thought back. You keep going, no, I am successful. No, I am successful. No, I am successful. I am successful. And I want to relate this to like again, like you're choosing to live there. Like when I first heard kind of about like manifesting and affirmations or whatever, or just this kind of work, this kind of like mindset work, um and I really like want to help you guys not fall into this trap, is like the way it occurred to me was, okay, if I just like think certain things for a certain amount of time, or like if I have like a positive attitude, if I like do something for a certain amount of time, then I'll just get some stuff. I'll get some stuff and then I can stop. Because thinking that way or behaving that way or feeling that way still kind of freaked me out. Still kind of felt like, I don't know if it's okay to feel good. Really. I don't know if it's okay for me to like myself. And I just want to say, like, that's not what this is. You're moving there. You're like packing up your little suitcase and you're moving to Iceland, okay? Where those thoughts are normal. Where you think I'm successful every single day, because you are. It's not something you do for a short amount of time and then you go back to thinking the old way because that's more comfortable. Like, this is who you are now. And you're only choosing to think that way because that's how that person who lives in Iceland thinks. That person who lives in Iceland doesn't think I live in Canada. He thinks I live in Iceland. And it's obvious. So you're moving there. It's permanent. This isn't something you do for like a little bit of time and then you go back. If you guys know the myth of like Orpheus and Eurydice, or it's in the Bible too, with like Lot's wife. And to get Eurydice out of the underworld, he's told, you can't look back. If you look back, she's lost forever. Okay, so you can't look back. You keep going up because your life, the life that you're creating for yourself, exists up there above the shadows. And Eurydice exists there too. But if you look back down into the underworld, that's where you go. Because like all you are is awareness. Like all you are is what you think consistently. So it's a permanent choice. I mean, you can always revert back, but I just want to say, like, if there's any part of you that's like, how long do I have to do this? Forever. And that's not about, like, that's actually the reward. Do you get that? Like thinking I'm successful, I just keep going with this because it was, yeah. That's a good thought to have. And again, it's just a thought. That's a good thought to have. That's a good experience to have. That's a nice place to live. If that freaks you out, again, that freaks out the state that you're currently residing in, it won't freak out that person who actually is successful. And you just keep choosing that. It's not actually hard work. It is so much harder if you really like choose your hard, but if you really look at like the experience of being like limited or powerless or like not liking yourself or hating other people or being frustrated or sad, how hard is it to live there consistently? And yet you keep choosing it. In the long run, the person who thinks like my life goes so well, everything is so perfect. Everything is so perfect. How hard do you think that is to live there? Once that's like normal and you're like, yeah, my life is perfect. Do you think that's hard? Oh, here we are. I'm waking up again and thinking wonderful thoughts about myself and like assuming wonderful things about other people and just expecting good things to come into my life and assuming everything will work out and being grateful for my body and being grateful for my health and for my family and for like, is that hard? If once that's there and that's just obvious and apparent and normal. So all of that is literally just, it's a thought away. It's a thought away. But once you look back at the old thoughts, you go back to that person. And this might not be a straight line for you. The one thing about that myth is it sounds like it's gone forever. Like she's gone forever. No, you just keep like, it's okay to make mistakes, but you keep going. You keep persisting. That's like a big term in the manifestation community. You keep persisting, not because like persisting is virtuous or something. It's because you live there now. You live there now. You think that way now. You are that now. It's not to get somewhere, it's to be the person who thinks that way. And the second you think that way, you are the person who thinks that way. You are that person. There's like one other thing that I wanted, I don't know, sometimes I just like to bring in like weird analogies and things like this. Sure, I'll just share this. I was thinking, okay, I really like Hunger Games. I really like the Hunger Games. I really like it. I really like it. I really like it. Okay, no apologies. And I was thinking about, I don't know why this came up. I was thinking about PETA, right? When he's been like brainwashed and he associates Katniss to pain now because that's what they did to him. And Katniss and like, anyway, I'm not going to go into like the storytelling of that. It's heartbreaking. I love PETA so much. I love him. It's so heartbreaking because like PETA was the one person who like actually saw Katniss and like loved her and saw the good in her. So for like him now to be like the one who sees her as pain and terrible is like so painful. But I want you to think that like that's what's happened to like you and your relationship to yourself maybe, or your relationship to life, is you've been brainwashed to associate it with pain. And the truth is like it loves you. It's not those scary things. It's not pain. You're associating it to pain, but it's not. It loves you. It's not real. I don't know if that helps at all. I decide that helps. Like your relationship to yourself more specifically. You do not cause you pain. You think you do. You have these memories and these sensations and these like experiences of pain being yourself. But it's actually perfectly safe for you to be yourself. It is. And that's what's real. You know how like it's like real or not real. Pain, not real. Not real. Not real. Okay. Okay, Alex. So like also no shame ever. No shame for like what you've created, what you've thought. Again, they're just thoughts. Like I don't know. I feel like that's so liberating. Like, oh, I've just been thinking something. I don't actually feel that way or I don't actually want that. I just think I do. That to me is like so liberating. It's like the suction cups are off. So, no shame, Alex. I just want to say like, cool. So you're just thinking everything is terrible, kind of hopeless, and that you're far away from being successful. You're just thinking that. Do you get that? It's not actually so. You're just like having if it helps you to think like neurologically, there's just like a thing going off that says this. There's like a sound, there's like a siren that goes off and it says, hello, we are da, 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 da. Everything is going terribly. It doesn't mean it's true. There's just there's a trigger that goes off and it says that. It doesn't mean it's true. Do you get that? And what would you like it to say? What if it said everything is going so perfectly? So perfectly. Would that freak you out? Essentially, that's the same thing. Everything is going so perfectly. My life is full of hope, full of promise, full of potential. Every day gets better. I'm already successful and I'm getting more successful every day. I'm already successful. And you keep choosing that, even when it's hard. Even when it's hard. Because you're moving there. There's gonna be days like, if you like move across the country. I actually like this analogy a lot. Like if you move to like a completely foreign country. If I moved to Japan, there would be days I would be homesick. And I'd be like, it's hard to I don't know how to exist here. I don't know how to be here. I don't know who I am here. um, but I decided to move here. This is my life now. And I'm not just gonna like move back. I made a choice. I wanted to live here. I can always go back. You can always go back to thinking that way. You can always like that's available to you. It's well grooved. That's available to you. But if you want to move somewhere else, if you actually have a desire to experience life in a different way, then you have to experience life in a different way. It has to be you. And also, I just find it's really helpful to recognize that, like, it's kind of flimsy, the thing that's been giving you the experience that you have. They're just thoughts, they're just occurrings. And you just, like, you continue to live in Japan, okay? Because I want to live in Japan. I'm not going to get back on a plane every time something in Japan seems weird. That is something you could do. Sometimes I think like meeting mind with mind doesn't always work. Like logicking yourself into like a situation doesn't always work. But you can rationally kind of sort through the thoughts and go like, is my life terrible? Are there any good aspects to it? So you can like kick out, I think this is like Tony Robbins or something. You can kick out legs to the table, you know, for a certain line of thinking. You can discredit it, basically. So you could say like, are there any aspects that prove that I'm actually successful or that it's actually really close? Are there any people actually that might indicate that like things are possible or it might actually be really close to me? Are there any people who like I maybe relate to who like kind of resent? Is there any like proof that what I'm thinking isn't actually what it is? It's just what I'm thinking. And actively seek that out. That is the way. Big in Japan. Oh, what's it called? That's amazing. Just, yeah. You're ignoring so much positivity in your life because that's what you'll do if you've like chosen to align yourself to something negative. But if you're like, I'm done, I'm cooked, I've done this, I can always go back, I'm gonna like take a vacation. Look, okay? If moving scares you, I'm gonna take a vacation, right? I'm gonna take a vacation and think differently for a little while and see what that does. You're gonna get addicted to it. I know that song. Yakuza. Oh, and also Alex, like, I know you're already thinking differently. I know you are. Like, I know you're already on your way. So it's okay to wobble. But I also feel like once you start this, in a way, like, you can't go back. Once you have, like, the desire for it, once you have the desire to, like, think and feel and be a different way, like, that's gonna win out. That is so much more powerful. So I know you're, like, yeah, I get that you sometimes have those thoughts. I get that. Yeah, you have those thoughts. Or you have that occurring, or it seems that way. I still know that you, like, you're already on your way. I still know. I know. I know you're already thinking differently. You're going to a party soon. Yo, can I just say, like, one of the things I love about summer? I love, like, how, like, I love summer hair. I love, like, how unkempt everyone is. I love it so much. I love it. Hi, Starco. I do. Hide the truth. My summer hair. I just like these weird kinks. I love it. Love it. Yo, what do you guys think about the new Justin album? The Justin Bieber album. It's so feel good. I love it. Thanks, Enrico. If I were in a royal series or movie, okay, I agree. Sure. What time period should we go for? I know you do, Enrico. Thank you. Not a Bieber fan. Yo, why? I used to like not like Bieber. Okay. This is how I think about everything. I used to not like Bieber just because I knew it wasn't cool to like Bieber. Really. And I mean, going in the opposite direction isn't doing anything either. But one thing I will say about him, and maybe this is just because I'm a girl, like, yo, I like love songs, okay? I like being sung to like I'm friggin' precious. I like that. I like that. I want my music to be that, okay? And he's really good at that. So. But Daisy's like it's really cool. I'm just saying, like, the new CD, like the sounds, like the sound, the tone of it, the instrumentation, the guitar on it's really good. It's really good, actually. It's really good. Like, just take away the Bieber and just like listen to it for its own kind of like quality. I think it's really cool. You played Far Cry 5 yesterday? Cool. So you saw me yesterday. Hi, Angelina. I'm gonna have to go soon and eat something and play with puppy. Is it looking light or dark? It's I know what you mean. Sometimes I'm like, is it really blonde or is it not blonde enough? Those highlights have really grown out because my hair grows really fast. Rock ballads? Okay. Yo, Davy Jones, what's up? Did I leave acting? No, but I did like take, I don't know. I went on like a I went on a pilgrimage. Yeah, nice to see you too, Davy. Puppy Theo. In my head, he's named after Theodore Knott. I'll have to like post a picture of him on the community tab. Guys, I just want to get this across to you. Like, I don't know why, but I woke up with this and I was like, you are free to think any friggin' thought you want. Anything. Anything. And I'm so sorry that people have been like, how dare you think so highly of yourself? How dare you expect the good? Like, I'm so sorry that people have told you that's not normal and that's not okay. I'm so sorry. But you know that, like, you don't have to agree with that. You get to think anything. Again, I really like referencing things. This came into my head too. I was thinking about, like, you know, Fleabag, season 2, the priest, and, you know, like, they're walking down the street on the way to the I think it's like before the Quaker meeting, and they're talking about like the afterlife and how Fleabag doesn't believe in anything. And Andrew Scott is like, why would you believe in nothing when you can believe in everything, or something, like, when you can believe in something wonderful. Oh my God, the way he acts. That's what it is. No matter what, you get the experience of your beliefs. No matter what, that's what you get. That's what you invest in, that's what you get back. And you get it immediately, believe it or not. So why are you like purchasing, like investing in things that are like, when you could believe in something wonderful? I can't do it like him. anything you want about yourself. I've done this before. This is my like, this is my, this is my face in a jar. Ironically, it's called Without. I just thought of that. That's funny. It's called Without. This. Fui. It's a Korean brand called Fui. Pudding pot. Best makeup I've ever purchased. Okay, I'm gonna go. It was really nice to see you all. I love you guys so much. If there's anything you want me to talk about, you want me to address, anything I can help you with. Thanks, Enrico. Why is that so? Thank you. Yeah, if there's anything, hit me up. You can message me. I think my email is somewhere there. You can, I might take a while to get back to you, but I do typically get back to you. I also posted a link to my ebook. You can buy that there. And yeah, just know that I really care about you. I really believe in you. I really love you. Even when it's like, even when like you don't want to be believed in, I'm there, okay? I'm the person who's like never giving up on you. I will never, ever, 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 ever give up on you. I promise. So I love you guys so much, and I know you're already on your way and that things are working out beautifully for all of you. Okay? Starco, I'm glad you're here. Okay, I'll see you guys next time.